a lot of people, a lot has been said about Bayelsa United. Of course, they are here on merit. No matter what anybody has to say, they're here on merit, and they will be up against Ashanti Golden Boys. And I mean, not much has been said about this, but they do have a chance of doing something good, even though they may not probably be in the top flight.
Yes, let's not take anything away from Bayelsa United. I mean, for them to be in this position, they defeated top quality teams in the ITO Cup, not forgetting Rangers, and we saw what they did in the finals against Nasarawa United, so we can't take anything away from them. On their own part, they've been training for a while. The last friendly match they played, they defeated Sunsel 4-1. And the good thing going for Bayelsa United is the fact that they will not be traveling to Guinea. It's going to be a one-leg affair, even though it's difficult. But the unrest in Guinea at the moment, I think it will play a lot to Guinea, who would would have hoped that they played the return leg in Guinea. So it's going to be a one-leg affair. And the good thing is Bayelsa United will not have to move away. The Samson Siasa Stadium has been touched, has been given a facelift, and they'll be playing at home. And we hear that some fans will not be allowed, but then this is their home ground. This is where they've been able to play over the past few years. They've been able to punish teams. This is the place. And if they can tell themselves, hey, we defeated, I think team spirit, the team spirit in Bayelsa United is going to be key against Ashanti Golden Boys of Guinea. I don't think Bayelsa United will want to underrate them, but then I think they'll just play their normal game, and I see them getting something. It will be difficult because Ashanti Golden Boys know it's a make or mark. We either die here or we go back and then start counting our losses.
All right.
So Bayelsa United playing at home is an advantage for them. So I think they'll get it done.
All right. Iken, an opportunity presented to normally what should be 2 legs. Now it's going to be a one-off. You're playing at home. I mean, it looks like it's been served up on the plate.
But like I said, the same warning I'm giving to Rivers United, you should be careful because it's because they too coming into the game. I mean, the Ashanti Golden Boys. Yeah, when they come into the game, they know that there's no second leg. Yeah. So they're going to play their heart out. That's basic. So sometimes you find that sometimes you think that you have home advantage. You see something seems struggle. You struggle to, and once they start struggling, maybe you don't get a goal in the first half. The fans will be on your back. Pressure start coming in. So they have to be very careful. Play your normal game. Get your goals early. Relax. Then you can now take in the pressure as they come. So they have been given what happened in Guinea has given them an opportunity. So play this game. Just wrap it up within the first half and get into the next. And one thing I must point out too, for Akwa United, I forgot to mention, is that if you look at the record of our teams playing in North Africa, we always lose the game within the first 30 minutes. Yes. Always. Every time when you go and check out the results, you find out that by 30 minutes we're already 2 or 3 goals down. Yeah, and I think you diagnosed it. I mean, we're always playing with fear. You're playing with fear. Our backs against the wall. We're always thinking these guys are better. They're going to defeat us. Start making schoolboy errors. Yeah, there was a game. I think it was Rivers United. They played in Sudan. So I was one of the players. I was having a conversation with him, and he told me something that, you know, as we are leaving the tunnel going into the game, the street of the floodlights. That's their tradition. Everywhere was dark. And he got very afraid. He got scared. You understand? So they put on the floodlights immediately, and you see the fans roar. Pointing the laser at your face. It's all those things that you know, the antics that they play. But if you know your game in the continent, on the continent, then you know that this is what they do, and you have to prepare for it. Yeah, and like we always say in sports, if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. So beat whoever is in front of you. That's the way you can be the champ. All right, let's give you a little slice of basketball before we return to football. Let's talk about the FIBA Women's Afrobasket. Let's talk about what's going to happen on Saturday and Sunday. Let's give you the fixtures quickly. I want to reel it out. Senegal will take on Guinea. Mali up against Tunisia. Cameroon will take on Kenya. Nigeria will be up against Mozambique. Then on Sunday, Guinea will take on Egypt. Tunisia will be up against Cote d'Ivoire. Mozambique will be up against Angola. Then Kenya will be up against Cape Verde. These are some of the fixtures that are on the screen. Senegal up against Guinea. You have Cameroon and Kenya. You have Nigeria and Mozambique. These are Saturday fixtures. Then you also have for Sunday
as well. Those are the fixtures. Let me go to Favor quickly. Let me just get your thoughts on this one. The Tigers, formidable side when we talk women's basketball in Africa. Do you think we should expect anything less than a successful defense of the title?
The Tigers, I think they are condemned to win. They are the favorites for this title. Back-to-back champions, 2017, 2019. We saw what since Otis came into Nigeria, he's been win upon wins, 13 matches unbeaten run for the African teams against the African teams. And you look at the team, he's been able to bring in new players. He also synchronized them with the experienced players in the team, talking about the likes of Adora Elono, Ezine Kalu, and the likes of them. You look at what they were able to do. The last Afrobasket showed us that the Tigers has got a lot of, this energy, resilience, this teamwork coming for them. Played in Dakar Arena, power-packed, and they were able to still defeat the hosts of that particular tournament. Yes, you might want to say this particular team is mixed with some team players who will be making their debut in this particular tournament. Talking about Ambi Okonkwo and Nico Enabusi will be making their debut. But then he knows how to bring them together. He's more of a father figure to the Tigers. And looking at the Tigers, I think they're condemned to win. Looking at this particular tournament, they've shown also that they can score. Yes, the Olympics did not go as we expected, but you must give them some credit. From the World Cup, they went to Spain, finishing amongst the top 8, and then trying to do a lot for themselves. I think they are a very, very good one. So let's just see how it goes. Sarah Ogoke is making a return to the team. I know she will bring in their experience into that team. Victoria Macaulay also is there, and of course the captain of the side, Adora Eleono. And going to Cameroon, Yaoundé, they've been in camp for the past few days. They moved to the country called Cameroon, specifically Yaoundé, just some days ago. So I expect them to give their best. The support from the Nigerian Basketball Federation has always been massive towards the Tigers. And what they did also at the Olympics, despite the fact that they didn't come out at the end of the day tops, but you must also give them some credit. This is theirs to take. This is theirs to grab. And we expect that they make it, count. That they're about to make history, back-to-back champions. Should they win this particular one? So let's see what they bring into the party. But it's going to be an interesting one. Should it kickstart this weekend?
All right, it's going to be interesting if they go on to win. And like you said, we're used to victories now. And that's why I asked you, will anybody be satisfied with anything less than victory? Hopefully they'll be able to make it back to back to back. That would be very good for Nigeria, and it will lift up our mood if it happens that way. But they have to scale those hurdles first. Mozambique, Angola, those teams, they do have to scale the hurdle. All right, let's go back to the king of sport, football, and talk about what's happening in the English Premier League. Let's give you situation report. Of course, at St. James's Park, you have Newcastle and Leeds United currently slugging it out. 74 minutes of football played. It's 1 goal apiece between these two teams. Rafinha scored for Leeds in the 13th minute, and Alex Saint-Maximin scored for Newcastle, and it is 1 goal apiece. And the thing I like about Leeds is whoever they're playing against, Leeds don't sit back. Trust them to go all out against whoever they're playing against.
But that's not good. They can't defend.
Yeah.
They can't defend.
It's a problem.
It's a problem. They can't defend. So that means they can't keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
They must concede a goal. So it's not, if you are going to...
There has to be that balance.
You are always going forward. And even if they're losing 3-0, they are all pouring out. You understand? So, well, probably what Bayelsa is doing is trying to stabilize the team. So at least they are now, if he can get them 3-4 years down the line playing the Premier League, they become a Premier League team. Because they just came out from relegation.
They're playing like they didn't go down.
For so many years, they've been there for so many years. But at least he's giving it.
They don't look like a team trying to stay up. No. They look like they're not afraid.
They're playing the football the way they understand it, the way they love to play football. That is, you should give them that. So, and this is excitement. If you like high goal scoring games, it's exciting watching them. But if you are a fan of Leeds United, at least they should try to defend once in a while.
More. Yeah.
Once in a while.
All right. So That's it. Let's quickly take a look at the fixtures for this weekend in the English Premier League. We look at Saturday and Sunday matches to be played. I'll get Favor's thoughts on some of those matches. And of course, some of the managers have been reacting. Let's quickly take a look at what you have on your screen. Wolverhampton Wanderers will take on Brentford. Burnley will take on Arsenal. Liverpool will take on Crystal Palace. These are the matches that will be played tomorrow. You have Manchester City will take on Southampton. Norwich will take on Watford. Aston Villa will take on Everton. All of these matches will be played on Saturday. And on Sunday, you have other matches like Brighton taking on Leicester, West Ham taking on Manchester United. Then, of course, what's going to happen in London on Sunday? Tottenham taking on Chelsea. It's going to be very interesting. Let me quickly go to Favor. Let me get your thoughts. Of course, easily from these matches, you can easily pick out Tottenham and Chelsea. And you know, if you're going to, you're looking forward to a game that you think is going to be exciting, probably looking at the pedigree of the teams, Tottenham Chelsea jumps out at you.
Yes, Tottenham Chelsea, big game of the weekend, and then it's a game between Harry Kane and Romelu Lukaku. Don't forget, Romelu Lukaku, since he arrived, the team called Chelsea, he has been firing on all cylinders. He has been a mainstay in the team. And for Harry Kane, despite the fact that he could not make his dream move to Manchester City, he's been in the team and he's also focused. Having played the last international window, he would want to look forward to helping his team. Nuno Espirito is a man who is used to Chelsea. I mean, he has played Chelsea while at Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's going to be a big game for the goalkeeper. I think the goalkeepers will be called to action, talking about Golori and not forgetting Edward Fendi. It's going to be about, I think the game will be won, of course, on who buries the chances the most. Because for Chelsea, they can create chances. They can create chances. They've shown so well that they can also score. And for Tottenham Hotspur, despite the fact that for some time Harry Kane did not play, they've also shown that they can score. But also, one thing that's not going for Tottenham is a plan B. I mean, what happened last weekend after the red card, Tottenham went solo. They could not, create that spark. And for Chelsea, they've also shown that whether anything happens to the team, they can also grind out results. I think on paper, we want to give it to Chelsea, knowing fully well that amongst the first few games of the season, Chelsea has been formidable compared to Tottenham Hotspur. But then it's football, anything can happen. I think when it comes to derbies like this, we don't even think about what has happened in the past. But then history are also part of football. So it's going to be a big one. It's going to be who buries their chances, converts the chances, and who also take things from the midfield to the defense. And the goalkeepers will be very, very key and pivotal towards anything getting away on Sunday.
Okay, all right. We'll see. All right, let's listen to Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel talking about his team, and we'll come back to talk some more on what to expect from that game.
Yeah, but it's. I think it's pretty normal. I did not expect us to be at our top level in early September, and not after this particular pre-season, after a long Corona period, after this particular pre-season, and after national break. I did absolutely not expect the very best game from us as a team. So for me, in the moment, is more important that we are competitive, that we show a certain mentality, and that we play relentless, and we have belief to overcome difficult minutes and games and periods within games. We have to admit that Aston Villa and Zenit played on their top level. So this is also what we have to accept and respect, that opponents are strong and competitions are hard. It's a good thing that we are able to win.
All right, we're about to go on a break, but I have to let you say something, no matter how brief. Tottenham Chelsea.
Tough one. Okay. London derby is going to be tough at the start, wherever they're going to. So it's going to be a tough.
You're not making a call.
Not right now.
Okay. All right. Not right now. All right, we need to go on a break right about now. When we return from that break, we'll also listen to managers like Jurgen Klopp, Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola, and also take a look at some of the things in your amazing world of sports after this break.
Yeah, that's now not a big surprise. I mean, I'm not really too much in the situation of the other teams. But for us, it was an okay start so far. With some good football, the boys showed that's important, but that's how I said. If you want to be up there with and around, or in the middle or around the really the top spot, then you have to. We cannot waste any points. Pretty much, that's how it is nowadays in the Premier League, and so nothing happened. We just have to keep going, and I'm not surprised about results of the other teams. To be honest, they are all really good, so we have to be good as well.
All right, welcome back. Jurgen Klopp, the Liverpool manager, talking about the common sense approach, not wasting points. Ikenna, let me allow you to say something before we move on. Tottenham, Chelsea.
Yeah, I just
said you were going to say something after we return.
I watched the game against Rennes on Thursday. The game they played 2-2 in the Conference League. So in that game, they lost Lucas Moura, they lost Bergwijn. Now, they still have Taganga out, red card. Lesoso and Sanchez are holed up somewhere in Croatia. So because of the going to play in the South American qualifier, so I don't think that they're back. They may not be match fit. So Tottenham has a whole lot of problems all around them right now, and losing to 3-0 to Crystal Palace over the weekend was not palatable for them. So if you ask me to make a call, I say Chelsea will take the game. Okay. All night. Yeah.
Okay. All right. There's a mild drama going on in England, and is centered around Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola. Some comments that he made during the week with regards to the fans. He says he wants the fans to come out, and some of the fans, the official supporters club, responded. And the response was that Pep Guardiola should stick to coaching, and talks about him not understanding what it takes to attend midweek matches. And in his response to their response, Pep Guardiola says, "You have twisted my comments. I will not apologize. There's nothing to apologize for." Let's quickly listen to Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola, and I'll allow my guys in the studio to talk about it. It's going to be a parting shot on the show, but I think it's much ado about nothing. Let's listen to Pep Guardiola, then of course we'll come back to talk about the things he said.
Did I say after the game against Leipzig that I was disappointed because the stadium was not full?
You didn't say that, no.
No.
I think that's what he's read into the situation, into your comments.
So the interpretation is interpretation. So I'm not going to apologize what I said. But I didn't say wrong. I'm surprised about what happened about these men. So it's not the first time I said in my career, like I was in Barcelona, Bayern Munich here, when you play a game like Champions League, so tough like it was.
All right, a long response from Pep Guardiola, and he said a lot of this. But what do you make? We're pressed for time, though. But what do you make of all of this? Do you think it's the right response from Pep Guardiola?
No, this is not the first time he's making such comment. And in Man City they don't usually fill the stadium during the midweek games. It's understandable. So and. We are coming.
Do you think he's insensitive? Those guys are saying you don't understand what it takes.
Yes,
we have families to take care of.
Yeah, and also they are coming from COVID, from a pandemic, and
covering from
So people are gradually coming. Some people are even scared to go to games. Even so, this is not the first time he's saying such a thing. And Man City is not a traditional continental team. Okay, just in this area we are saying Manchester City playing Champions League. They never had it before. So it's a gradual process, but he has moved from coaching into commenting about the club and everything. The fans own is their club. Though they don't own their, but it's their club. So they have told him to concentrate on coaching. That's why you are here.
We understand the culture of the club.
Leave attending the game to us.
All right. Okay, let me go to Favor. It's going to be your parting shot on the show. I'm already laughing because it's interesting. In a minute, if you can, it's not easy, but what do you make of this back and forth between Pep Guardiola, the supporters club, and all the issues in between?
For me, there should be every department in the team has his role to play. The coach knows his job is coaching. The administrators, they know their job. The fans also know how they can come in. I think Pep Guardiola just probably wants more from the fans, looking at what we saw at Old Trafford last weekend when Ronaldo came, played at the Old Trafford, and also other clubs whereby the fans have come into the stadium. Probably wants more, but I think there are better ways to channel that. You shouldn't come out there and start talking about, because it brings kind of distraction into the team. And don't forget, the English fans, they are not want to be taken for granted. So I think Pep should just focus on coaching and avoid that. In as much as he does have a point, but at this point in time, it should be about getting results. The fans will come when they want to come. After all, we played for almost a season without the fans.
All right, so that's a good place to leave it on the show. But Favour, I want to thank you. Favour, I want to thank you for your time on the show today. It's been nice having you on. All right.
Thank you very much, Amy. I appreciate it.
All right. I also want to thank Ikenna Okechukwu for finding out time to be on the show tonight.
It's been amazing, and I want to thank you. I want to thank everyone. Let's relax and watch this weekend as it unfolds.
There's a lot to expect from this weekend. All right, that's the show tonight. We do appreciate the fact that you've taken out time to be with us on the show. We'll be back here again next week, and we want you to enjoy your weekend. You see us again on Tuesday. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Bye-bye now.